Hello, hello, and welcome back to Password. We're doing things. Not to mention that the impression I got was that he'd do everything he could to avoid killing someone, even if I was in danger. By comparison, though, Tyson. Oh, are we gonna? He'd even said so himself earlier. Wait, what? Facts, he did say he was. He'd call himself small and weak. Thinking back, it checked out. He was always the one to follow someone that was stronger, or take comfort in the security a group of people brings. He smiles at me sweetly from the other side of the table, my cheeks going red under my fur, thinking back to last night. I look down to my coffee, smiling to myself. I don't think I was all that much stronger than he was, but I felt stronger with him around. Yes, the pumpkin, correct? Pumpkin. What did... While I was looking at the pumpkin, Roswell got closer, nestling up against my side. It lasted for maybe a few seconds before he shuffled away slightly, so there was a space between us. No. Did something happen between you two? I don't think I've ever seen you act so coy, Roswell. Who? Me? Yes, you. I caught that blush on your cheek, fawning over him like he's a husbando you're too shy to approach. Don't use the word husbando, Haas. Don't... you...
Oh, well, you see.
Roswell started to giggle. Unsure of where to start explaining, I felt bad, but figure I should probably step up in before it gets out of hand. Reaching out, I took Roswell's hand, giving him a gentle squeeze. It's something more we need to figure out. I don't know what it is yet, but we're going to figure it out, I think. Right, Roswell?
Right.
He pulls his hand away from mine, posturing proudly.
We have time, and the enthusiasm to boot.
No, is that the case? The joy of young love, I guess. Very on genre. Here's some advice. Don't go flipping out on one another for anything that may come up as a problem. Just talk it out. Don't run away from the problem.
Wait, really?
Yeah, why?
It's just something about how you said that seemed off.
How off? Seemed like good advice to me.
Off like he was lying.
How did he phrase it? You know, it's this face. It's this exact portrait of Haas where I just don't trust this man. I'd still sleep with him, though.
Off like he was lying.
Now, wait a minute.
Almost like I remember another time Haas lied, and he sounded the same back then. I think it was...
I have knives! Thanks, Orlando. Oh, did something happen? I looked between Haas and Roswell, neither of them wanting to look at one another. No, nothing bad, I think. But this feels like a heavy silence. Were you guys happy when I left? Oh, yeah, we were. I look between Roswell and Haas again. Talking about relationships. Have you got any advice on that, Orlando? I laugh, nervous, trying to hold Orlando's attention. Well, I'm not an expert, but I'd imagine that communication is a big one, right? Talk about things, don't keep secrets, that sort of thing. See? I'm not the only one that thinks so.
I guess not. Sorry, Haas.
It's all good, buddy. Let's get to carving. I still think the one I surprisingly trust the least is Dean. Like, I don't know. He's a cute bear. But there are some things he says that I'm just like, I don't know. Also, the fact that Dave never asked him about his hunting knife. We never see it, right? Like, we never know if the hunting knife that Dean has is the one that stabbed Haas, right? That seems weird to me that Dave wouldn't ask about that.
Medallion, really? Metal, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I found it in the greenhouse.
Wait, hold on. You just found one in the greenhouse?
Under the pumpkin, actually. I pulled out the metal properly and showed it to both Roswell and Orlando.
Well, drat.
Oh, this is Tauros, I think. At least it looks like it. Look out, Orlando, we're tied now.
Oh, jeez. Here I was hoping I'd be able to enjoy being in the lead a little longer. At least the rate you're finding these things, no one's going to win, so hurry it up, yeah?
Poking me gently and listen. That's cute. That's cute.
Well, if it's time to clean up, I think I'm going to go take a shower. It'll be easier and more pleasant than standing around all day like this.
Probably not a bad idea. I should go do that too.
I'm gonna go sort out this pumpkin before I get clean. Save me some to do it twice. Saves me having to do it twice.
Think I'll go have a shower myself then. Unless you need more help, Orlando.
Whoa, that'd be awesome, Haas. Thanks.
Those that weren't helping Orlando finished portioning up the pumpkin. Went to go cleaned up, including myself. Making sure I had my scrubbing brush, I got to work trying to get the orange out of my fur. I must have scrubbed all over twice before enough of the smell was gone and the stains were no longer noticeable. Oh boy, that feels a bit better. As I step out of the shower, still clad in only a towel around my waist, I almost run into Orlando pacing about my room.
Roswell?
Without a word, Roswell came in and hugged me around the middle and sighed out contentedly.
This is nice.
Yeah, but did you have to hug me now?
I'm sorry, I was just feeling a little lonely.
I felt my cheeks go red. Looking down at Roswell, was this where we'd normally kiss? I wasn't sure if I should just go for it, but Roswell pulled away before I had a chance to act.
I don't think I'm quite at the stage where I want to see you naked, Dave. But I like the closeness that hugging you like this brings.
As in, without a shirt?
Is that bad? Isn't that what boyfriends are meant to do?
Oh, well.
Don't get me wrong. I know we're not, at least not yet. Unless...
I laughed, nervous, making sure I kept one hand on the towel for modesty. No, I don't know.
I'm only messing with you, Dave. We're a long way off anything like that. All I know is that I like being near you, that's all.
I smile at Roswell, watching as he wandered towards the door to my room. Well, that's fine, but maybe wait until I'm dressed next time?
Oh, I'm sorry, I just thought...
I mean, at least let me be in underwear next time.
Alright, well, I'll let you get dressed and meet you downstairs.
Roswell gave one last wave before leaving my room, closing the door behind him. Once I was adequately dressed in fresh clothes, oh, okay, we can...
No kidding. You're lucky he didn't shut you down in public.
He could have, and it would have been my fault. Only one that has to wear that is me.
Can't I just... that's weird. I mean, I want to follow Tyson, but I should probably stay with the group, right? Because we're doing this, and I think, yeah, Rozzy Boy is here. Who to ask? What are we asking? What? Oh, I forgot that line of dialogue. That's cute. From rushing. I didn't realize. I mean, we're always gonna do the route partner. I'm still flattered that you saw me as an older brother, Roswell.
Really? You never knew?
I guess. I never really thought about it.
I assume that was the case. I can't exactly style my hair in the same way, but you always just seemed, I don't know, better at guiding us.
Wait, me guiding? I'm just the guy that holds the flashlight, and someone else normally has the map.
If I hadn't seen you literally playing with one, I'd have thought you were just making a metaphor.
Would you believe at one point Dave was afraid of the dark?
He probably still is. Hey, I wasn't afraid. I just didn't like it.
Who does?
Hey, don't knock it until you've tried. You can get a lot of stuff done in the dark. I never thought to ask Roswell, what do your parents do?
Oh, has this never come up before? Dad is a criminal law attorney, and Mom is a neuroscientist specialist in psychology, I think.
Whoa, that must earn the big bucks.
Oh, I suppose so. I don't really think about it much.
Criminal law, huh? Scary.
For you. How do you spell that word? Let's. Where's my notes? See, the problem is that I don't remember how to spell the word betrayal because I am illiterate. Betray-all. Cool. Do I miss important dialogue if I do that? Question mark. You know how it is.
Again?
What do you mean again?
I want that up on the window next to me. Okay.
So you opened it before. Anything good inside? Can we maybe not skip past that he somehow opened it in the first place?
Well, it wasn't so much opened as I messed with it and saw, well...
The first it was me, dead in a museum.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's fucked.
This time, it was Benson.
If I hadn't already, I'd probably be a little more skeptical myself. What did you want to do about it, Dave?
Dean and Tyson looked at each other before collectively looking at me. I knew Tyson found a bullet, and Dean said that whatever had been buried, was dug up recently, but that didn't tell us where the gun was now. Man, it just go. Right, this trio. I've been stuck with that. These people. Wow, I did all those 3 in a row, didn't I? Haas, Orlando, and Roswell. But the other bedroom has what was it? It's Sal, Dean, and Tyson, and that makes me think that that's the better room to be in. Roswell was cuddling a pillow, a dopey grin on his face as he slept. I wondered if he was dreaming of something happy, and admittedly, I was a little jealous. Laying down, I mirrored him, cuddling into my pillow and watching him sleep as I got comfortable. Opposite me was Roswell, still sleeping peacefully. He seemed just as happy as I remembered, but my smile faded upon realizing everything else still on my mind. I rolled onto my back, letting my hand rest on my chest as I stared at the ceiling. Would Roswell be a good person to ask for advice on this? How he seemed to tear into Tyson yesterday seemed out of character, too. Did something happen? I stole a look at his happy face again before going back to the ceiling. Must have been eating him if he was, having that good a sleep. Must not have been eating, okay. Roswell had changed over the time I'd seen him, and I was only really starting to realize the longer we were living in such close proximity. He used to be more of a pushover, timid, but now I hadn't realized it properly, but he'd become a lot more sure of himself, a lot more confident. Something that I wasn't sure that I was matching him in. I look at him, just in time to see him start to wake. The others seemed to be out of it as I checked. Orlando was sprawled on his back, fingers twitching every now and again. Haas, meanwhile, was curled up on his side, looking placid enough that, wow, I just can't read at that the only sign of him being alive was the steady rise and fall of his chest. Roswell yawned, drawing my attention as he slowly opened his eyes and looked at me.
Good morning, Dave.
Morning, Roswell. Did you sleep all right?
I did. I had a pretty good dream. I don't think I've had one of those for a while.
Oh, yeah? What was it about?
Oh, well, it's probably going to...
Wait, this is probably going to... silly. But... be silly?
But cake.
Cake?
Decadent chocolate cake, whipped cream, cherries, the works.
Well, that sounds pretty good. I don't think we'd be able to get away with it for breakfast, even if we asked nicely. Okay. As I headed back to mine, I noticed Roswell mumbling to himself, dipping into his room and shutting the door behind himself quietly. Quickly, that's just quickly. Something about that seemed odd enough that I doubled back to his door and knocked slightly. Roswell? Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay, Dave.
Roswell picked up one of his shirts and threw it on, sighing out.
I had a lot on my mind, okay? I'm tired, stressed, and a whole lot of other things.
Tired? But didn't you have that nice dream about cake?
It's a different kind of tired.
Oh, well, is there anything I can help with? I don't like seeing you upset, and you've been acting all weird lately. Roswell looked away from me, not wanting to make eye contact, and he went quiet. Did I do something?
Oh God, no, not at all. Well, it's complicated. Something I'm still trying to sort out.
Is this what caused yesterday?
Don't. It's still too early for that talk.
I did a double take. It was unlike Roswell to be so fired up about anything, even this early. But am I right?
Partially.
Well, hey now. That's not fair, Roswell. Weren't we... I mean, the other day I was gesturing loosely with my hands between us, hoping that my explanation was coming across clear enough without having to explicitly say it.
Well, maybe it's not like I've had any experience with this sort of thing.
You think I do?
Well,
Roswell, is everything all right? Like, really, is this something I can help with, or is this anything? Wait, is this another one of those things that you just need to work out by yourself?
I don't quite know yet. Can I get back to you on it? I think for now I just need some alone time before breakfast, I think.
Oh, okay. I started to back out of the room before turning to the door, hand placed on the handle. You said I was like an older brother, right?
I did, yes. Why?
Do you see me as someone able to help too, or you've always been the smarter of the two of us, but
Like I said, it's complicated. Sorry.
well, I guess we'll talk later then.
Sure. I'll see you downstairs, Dave.
I left Roswell to his thinking and headed back to mine. It stung a little to think that he looked up to me, but at the same time didn't see me as reliable enough to help. I could totally help, even if it was just listening to his problems. But it was something more than that. Well, I had my job to do today. Maybe finding out some information about the vault from Oz would be a good start. Roswell was smart, but he didn't know everything. Even then, maybe if I just asked Oz what the code to the door was so Roswell and I could open it together, it might put him in a better mood. Once I was changed, I double-checked I had everything I needed and headed downstairs for breakfast. I kind of feel bad. You don't really get new dialogue with Benson and Oswin. Like, it kind of seems like they're the same in like basically every route. Yep, just 8. I think I will do Route B as a stream when I like re-stream the game, because I feel like I need to like relearn I started this game back in July, guys. I don't remember half the dialogue anymore. I don't know how soon I'll do that stream, like start streaming password for that. I think when I do all the routes, when I'm caught up with all the routes, I'll do that. I don't entirely know whose route I will stream for Route B, but you know. I've been in here with Roswell. I remembered something in one of the books about the floor plan, if only in passing. It seemed that there was any chance of me finding the library this way. The museum held the answer.
Oh, hello. After all, we're partners, right? Cause if that's what we're doing next, more than happy to start going through the rooms with you.
A quick once over.
You're not going to let this go, are you?
Of course not. It's about Tyson, and he deserves everyone's love and respect.
It's probably silly, and not much of an excuse, but...
But what?
After the other day, I've been thinking more about dying recently. Not suicide, but more conscious about what little time we have left.
We're still young, Roswell.
Yes, I know, but... What if tragedy strikes? What if something happens to either of us? Death can come at any time, and just... What happens if it's tomorrow? What if it's in 5 minutes? Shouldn't that be enough of a drive to get you to confront the things you've wanted to? To say the things you've always needed to?
But to take it out on Tyson for things that happened all that time ago, how's that fair?
I have a vested interest now.
In what, me?
You dummy. I've maybe been crushing on you for a while now. At least I think that's what it is.
How bad of a crush are we talking?
Just enough that you make it really hard to think about what I should be doing, what I should be saying. I've prided myself in being able to see things so logically, but
that doesn't give you an excuse to treat him like dirt.
What? So I have to forgive him?
To some extent, yeah.
But why?
Because, like it or not, he's important to me, Roswell. He's family.
Family?
Yeah, family. I'm not picking sides, but the moment you make me choose between the two of you, then I'm sorry, but...
Am I not important?
You're important too, but I'm not going to put up with you putting me on the spot, having to choose between my friends. What sort of friend would I be to have to abandon either of you? What sort of friend would you be to make me have to choose? Look, just pot shots. Okay, that's fine.
Sorry, Dave.
Not to me, to Tyson. we're gonna play things. Huh. Who am I gonna check in on? The group with Tyson, of course. Ah, the goodest boys, all just at the pool. After my first run-in with the Volt, he'd been thinking about his own mortality a bit, really. What? He's afraid of dying? Well, I think so. I understood it more as him not wanting to have any regrets about his feelings towards Tyson.
Is this what Orlando was trying to tell me about?
It depends.
Huh, hate something. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, but no. I think it's more like an eye for an eye sort of thing.
Maybe. I talked him into at least patching things up, though.
Well, great. Looking forward to that.
Okay. Each of us wandered off to go find towels, leaving me by the hot tub. Having not gotten into the water, I had time to kill, and wandered over to the bridge and sat over the pool. Looking into the water, I could see my reflection, rippling gently on the water surface. I almost had to do a double take, mistaking the person I saw staring back at me for someone else. It was different, somehow, than looking at yourself in the bathroom mirror. Maybe it was the subtle ripples that made me seem older, but... or maybe it was in just where the past couple of days had put my mind. I pulled my phone out and sat down, letting my legs dangle off the edge as I sent an SMS. It wasn't a long message, just one asking how his day was doing. I'd sent many of them before, but I'd stopped bothering to scroll up to count them. What was he? Who is he sending these to? Please don't tell me he's sending them to his dad's phone. No. No sooner had I sent it, I shoved my phone back into my pocket. I think a part of me, deep down, knew that I wouldn't get a reply, but it made me feel better knowing I could still send a message in the first place.
You doing all right?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm good.
Ready for lunch?
Yeah, I could eat. I got up, dusting myself off.
Just thinking about things.
What do you mean?
Told you he wouldn't realize. No kidding. You've been sitting there for a bit, just in a daze. Better get used to it. Happens often enough. Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind.
Something else I potentially need to ask. Instinctively, I reach out to Tyson. Of course, very instinctively. It's just yes. Man, all of these scenes, don't remember anymore.
I'm sorry for kissing you, Dave. I shouldn't have done that.
You look at Tyson with such an adoration. I mean, of course, it's Tyson. He deserves it.
So I should ask Orlando for tips on how to romance.
Oh, right, talking to the Hossy boy. Wow, all of that is just kind of the same. I look between the two of them with a frown. Just a chat?
Yeah, a chat. It seemed really, it wasn't anything important. The conversation was over. I'm gonna bail. And do some weights. Wanna come with, pup?
No, I think I'm good.
Ah, well. Alright, I guess. Catch you at dinner.
I look at Sal, who seems to be watching Tyson leave with a slight frown. When Tyson was out of sight, he looked back at me carefully.
So,
Yes?
you and Tyson.
What about me and Tyson? He scratches his chin briefly before shaking his head.
Don't worry about it. I'm imagining things.
Imagining what?
If I didn't know any better, you two were close. Very close.
Close enough to sleep in the same bed. Well, we are, but
Really close.
he's just Ty, right?
If you say so.
With a shrug, Sal slipped back into the water and began to swim around, leaving me to my devices. I came out for some sun and figured that I may as well sit back on one of the pool chairs and maybe take a nap. I closed my eyes and I let my mind wander. Tonight was going to make everything make sense again. I just have to talk to Oz. I was come on, almost becoming like a mantra, a grounding statement to keep me on task. That said, with how tired I was and the warmth of the sun above me, I was quickly succumbing to sleep. I've been tired a lot lately, more tired than maybe I should be, even with coffee. Was I not drinking enough? Was I drinking too much? The next thing I know, Sal's gently shaking me to bring me inside for dinner. He'd apparently already showered and changed back into his clothes and was walked inside together. Oswin, hello, friend. Roswell was in the museum and attacked from behind next to a book.
Anything else indistinguishable about the scene?
Not that I could think of, aside from the book he was next to. Just a big one left open.
Anything of note with it?
Looked like the word discovery was underlined in blood.
By chance, did that happen to be the password?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how many we can do with that. We're gonna stay silent. I don't know enough to. Oh, poor Sally boy. Yeah, I think we're just gonna end the part here. All right. Goodbye, everyone. See you around.